Here we are. Wake up. We're back again. Boys,
Everyone's headset's going.
yeah, sounding good.
Fucking
We're here.
loud or turn it down?
No, it's good.
Alright.
It's good. It's good. It's good.
It's good. It's good. It's quality.
What's been happening, gentlemen? Another week in the bag.
Another week on the bag.
Yeah.
I wish I can't afford that shit at the
I
moment.
think it was actually a pretty big one on the
It was for you, wasn't it?
in the bag and on the bag.
I remember he wasn't doing anything though,
Yeah.
and then he was also
He
out
did,
on the
he
piss.
did.
with
I
like-
did get an invite. I did
wow,
get an invite.
That's sad, bro.
But
Wait in the car on the way
It was
home.
to Staff and Tap.
Yeah, but that was once weird left, eh? So you didn't have to fucking say it to us.
I also carried on like a pork chop all night, so the typical get a couple of beers and then that's it, game over.
Bro, I like
Don't plan on doing anything. Go to the pub, have a few beers, and before you know it, it's 10 o'clock the next morning and you're still sitting
Oh
up.
fuck!
And,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm
It was
no
a-
sleeper.
It was a big shift. We ended up meeting up with Walshy's brother in town. Walshy was supposed to be down this weekend but couldn't come, so we got the next best thing, which is a mini Walsh, and just took him on a bit of a tour of Brisbane and went to West End to
Well,
see
she's
a
your
friend.
younger
and-
brother.
Yeah.
I would never have met him.
No, he's from Darwin. He doesn't come down here very often, but he's here for the week. So me and Kid took him under our wing a little bit and showed him a bit of a good time, and he ended up watching TikToks on my TV with me at fucking 9:30 in the morning on Sunday.
Bro,
Which is-
and I got to come. Were you getting the snaps as well?
Nah, I
Limp
don't
Bizkit's
get
new
anything
album
from
is
Dano.
getting
No
cranked
invites on
hard at
Snapchat.
Dano's
Yeah, he's
house.
getting fucking played.
Yeah,
off the
that's what they're saying. You listen to Limp Bizkit's CD, you don't go to sleep at night anymore, bro.
Yeah, because they're all fucking drug addicts.
They're not actually. Fred Durst is totally sober. Oh, you're talking about him?
I'm talking about the fans. The fans.
Wow. Anyway, you went for a drink. It's a party that Freddie and I went invited to on the weekend.
Yeah, I'm off the piss now, so had enough.
Hear that every time you finish on a drink.
That was the first time I've been on it proper in a while. Those Japanese drinks I was talking about, I'll never have them again.
what one were they?
Those they're called Suntory 196, and they're like lemon flavored.
Yeah.
And they taste like Lift, but apparently in Japan they're actually 9% drinks. But to get them in Australia, they had to bring them down to 6%. But they're still.
But
That's
so are we-
6 is a fucking.
And what do they
still
come
high.
in? Just like a normal size can, or they?
Yeah, 330 cans. So that's a 355. So they're smaller than that, and they cannot taste a drop of alcohol.
Jeez, that's
So they're very
dangerous.
easy to knock back.
Very dangerous.
Well, like a kind of like a Smirnoff Ice, or
Oh yeah, kind of, but just
yeah.
better. Yeah,
But
but like,
were you hanging though?
what do you mean?
Like in the morning?
Oh, bro. So I started on the beers after we got basketball. Had a swim in the pool. Just kicked back with a couple of beers. I was falling asleep, and then so me and
Yeah,
Kerms-
ice in those ankles.
Yeah.
fuck off. You're the one coming in here saying how sore you are still, and it's Monday.
I was cooked too.
Fucking kill me. So the boys, we went down and just.
Freddie, you're supposed to continue.
Okay,
on what
sorry. No, continue.
He's going
No,
again.
Go.
I'll just completely rubbish what we were talking
worry
about.
about it.
Keep going.
Yeah,
about
anyway,
your Korean
so
beers or whatever.
I'll fucking you're a wank. Yeah, so I got on them. I only bought 10 though. Had about a fair few beers before I got there. I was still on the beers, and then started to get sick of them. So I started drinking those, and they were going down well. And then before I know it, couldn't really remember half the night. Don't remember how I got home.
6%.
where'd you go out to?
Knock you around.
I was
very
just at
quickly.
Warner, his house. He was at his parents' house. I don't remember walking in the door here, and apparently Maddie reckons we only got home at like midnight though. She said that she could hear us playing basketball in the lounge room. She could hear balls bouncing and shoes squeaking. And then I was like, when did I come to bed? I don't remember going to bed. I was trying to order Macca's. Didn't even get that far to being able to pick up my phone. My phone was under the bed when I woke up in the morning. And this is how you know that we were blind. Jeremy's phone was left out in the lounge, and he slept in the spare room.
Oh, it's fucking blind.
Yeah, you know there's something wrong there.
He's a full
And
phone
I
addict.
woke up at about 5 o'clock in the morning, like fucking shocked and sprinting to the toilet and just fucking vomited everywhere. And then, so from between 5 and 8.
Jeremy's sprinting past you to his phone as he wakes up.
No, he was still asleep, bro. He didn't wake up at all. But like between 5 o'clock and 8 o'clock, I was in and out of sleep, and I kept waking up having to run to the toilet.
Whoa.
And then Maddie took a photo of me asleep, crushing all the clothes baskets in the bathroom next to the toilet.
Can we
And I was
post
just-
that?
I don't care. It's a pretty funny photo. I'll get it for you
I'll
later.
chuck it up around here.
And then
photos.
I came back out, and she gave me this tablet that's supposed to stop like nausea and stuff. And then I went to sleep for about 45 minutes. I woke back up and I felt like I didn't drink.
Yeah.
And I was fine. And then we had to do family photos in the afternoon. And I was fucking like...
Like professional shots.
Yeah.
Oh,
What an idiot organised that on the same day. Like the next day
The
she
day
knew.
after.
She did that last time to me as well when she was pregnant.
Yeah.
The night before I got on the piss and she'd fucking organised that. She just... But they turned out good. I think the new ones will as well. But yeah, that was my Saturday. I really thought I was going to be in the hurt locker though for Sunday, and I was like, this is one of those days I haven't done in a while. But
Yeah, you just gotta fucking put in.
my
just
body
like,
goes, you know
just
what?
Be present.
I'm coming back.
When did you hit the hurt locker if you didn't sleep?
I think the thing was I didn't sleep, but I gave it up about 9:30 in the morning.
But stayed awake.
I obviously couldn't sleep after that, so I didn't actually sleep at all Saturday night or Sunday. So I just sort of like sat there and stared at the wall for like a couple of hours, and then I decided to go lay in bed. So I stared at the ceiling for
Obviously,
2
the
hours.
pharmaceuticals had dried up.
And then I was just sitting there staring for a long time, and then it got to the arvo, and I was like, righto, I've done enough staring, so I just watched some Harry Potter. and then I was like, Harry Potter surely put me to sleep because I've seen it like 1,000 times. The Half-Blood Prince didn't put me to sleep, so I thought maybe Deathly Hallows Part 1 will get me.
Wait,
Stayed
did
awake.
you
What are we
start it
talking
from the
about?
beginning?
What the fuck are we talking about? What's Deathly Hollows?
That's
You never watch Harry Potter?
Oh my god,
Nah.
Freedy.
Can't. You run a podcast, you talk openly to like a large
Bro.
fan base about current events and everything. You've never even seen Harry Potter.
Never. I've watched the one with the game where they play the game. The guy dies.
Goblet of Fire.
The fourth one. That was
So I
fun.
watched that, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is all right. And then I think I watched about half an hour of the first one,
Yeah.
and I was like, I'm out. I can't do
What?
this. It's the fucking
You're a
worst. It's the fucking worst. But I can't do fantasy shit like that. Like Lord of the
It's
Rings.
not fantasy, bro. Hogwarts is real place.
I hate Lord of the
Have
Rings.
you ever been to
You
Pebble on
fucking
9
muggle.
3/4?
I can't do Lord of the Rings.
It's because you're a muggle, not
What?
like me and Kim. Right?
It's so funny,
fuck?
you know, like even what's it called? That huge one.
How can you not watch
Game
a
of
movie?
Thrones.
When Dragons came in, I'm out.
I don't like
I just
I don't
wanna
like
say
Game of
something.
Thrones or any of that shit
Yeah.
either, but I got into Harry Potter when I
How
was a
can you
kid,
not like
so-
a movie that you're the fucking main character in, Frodo Baggins? Well, you and Samwise Gamgee went to Mordor and you still can't even watch the movie. And Dano
Anyway.
was on the fucking floor being Gollum after his fucking weekend.
I'll probably look like that anyway, but I was got through 2 full Harry Potter movies and still couldn't sleep. So then I
Good
decided
3 hours there, maybe more.
My missus, you frost it too, Harry Potter.
It's so good.
Like she'll just have it on in the background when she's doing anything.
Well, I can usually do that too. And my missus loves it as well. That's why I thought I've seen it a million times. If there's something that's going to put me to sleep, it's something I've seen over and over and over. So then I just like...
Sometimes I entice her to have sex if I give her the agreement that she can watch Harry Potter while we do it. And I dress up in the little Frodo Baggins costume.
This cunt is mixing up the fucking movies now. Wow. That's Lord of the Rings, you wanker.
Couldn't care.
If I had to
Don't
compare
care.
you to a character in Harry Potter, you'd be Dobby the house elf. You actually quite look like him too.
Well, I
reckon.
can't compare you to one because
Big
I didn't see a
fucking
black
ears,
person in that
pointing
movie.
Yeah, he died. He's in Slytherin, I think.
No, the Dean. Dean's in... his name's Dean. He's in...
Yeah.
He's in Gryffindor.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, all the like people that they don't
He was
care about
dating
are in,
Ron's
like, the
brother.
shit house.
Ron's sister, not brother. This is way before being gay was cool, so there's no gay guys in there.
Yeah, there was no such thing as like gay and
Yeah.
transgender.
In 2001,
and stuff
no one gave a fuck, and now apparently it's woke to think it's cool. But anyway, we'll move on from that.
That's probably
But
why
yeah,
Freedy doesn't like it.
After staring at the ceiling all afternoon,
I've got
and then
an
watching Harry Potter, I-
weekly search thing on some of that shit.
Well, let's
very
just
good.
stick to one topic.
Yeah,
like we were
keep-
trying
But
to
then
do
anyway, I
before.
sort of just went to the missus' place. I drove my car there somehow, and then I sort of passed out at about probably about 7:30, and then I had work this morning. I'd left home at 4:30. which was a
Suicide watch.
punish.
Yeah.
Getting up at 4 o'clock this morning was a punish. And because my car was so empty on fuel, I left it at fuel light came on before I went to the pub Friday. The car stayed there Friday night. You dropped me back there Saturday.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck, do I stop and get fuel now? Nah, just take it all the way home. Took it to the missus' house in the morning. I'm like, fuck, I got to stop and get fuel. Pull up at the only servo between the missus' house and work, and all the petrol bowsers, the whole joint's empty because they've been selling fuel for $1.50 all day yesterday when everyone else is $1.90. So there's no fuel, and I'm like, fuck this. I'm going to just not even going to make it to work. I'm going to be calling my bloke at work saying, can you come pick me up? He's going to get there and see me hanging out my ass on the side of the road with my shitbox ute with no fucking fuel in it.
All the fucking diesel went up his nose. That's why that was on there.
It was a terrible morning anyway. But actually, I think the no sleep sort of masked as much of the hurt as possible because I just sort of put up with staying awake for that extra time. Still didn't make it any easier today to go to work at 4:30. Yep. But
where were you working
today? We had to go.
He doesn't even remember his day.
I had to go to the city this morning and then a shop in Chermside, and then I was just at our shed all day. I went to a Nogra Army base for a little bit, and that was a bit sus because there's military police driving around everywhere, and they love to pull you up and put you on the bag and make you lick the stick and shit. And they have random RDTs at the where you sign in because we subby for Spotless, and there's just like 2 porta potties there, and I was like, oh, they're porta potties, and you find out they're RDT stations, so they can just pick anyone when you sign in and just send you out the front, and you do the RDT and all that sort of shit in the little testing booth. So I was in there like, today's not the day. Don't pick me today.
He was like,
I was like, yeah, please not today. But I got through it unscathed, and I'm here, and yeah, here we go.
This fucking face is like in Me, Myself and Irene, you know, when he takes his meds and he's got the mad cotton mouth.
There's no system. You know, they give monkeys the fucking peanut butter so they can... Oh, that's exactly what I sound like all morning.
Imagine waking up next to Daneo on a night like that and just him.
Oh, man.
That steak's still a bit chewy, eh?
And just even he would make a noise, do it with his chin.
What did you just say there?
I think I said it before, but back when the security is obviously tightened up a lot on the base, but I used to deliver pizzas in the army base a lot, and there on the weekends there was some fucking going on in there. Like you used to walk past if they call them dorms or whatever, and it just always just fucking girls getting railed when they get them in over the weekend and stuff.
Yeah, well, you see it all the time now that Tinder's a thing, and obviously the security is a bit higher. You got to actually sign everyone in and shit. You can't just come waltzing on in. Out the front, there's always just a heap of cars of all the chicks that have come, and all the dudes that just come. You see them signing them in one by one and taking one car in, and then you see them dropping them back out in the middle of the night to their cars.
They're just walking with their legs apart a bit more. Fucking put like paint dripping behind them.
She's in the common room.
Know exactly where they've been, and you follow the yellow drip road.
Yellow drip. That's a good
shit.
I'm not in the mood for you tonight.
What'd you do on the weekend? We
established
where to
dinner. So we had our basketball game on Saturday. A couple of things I realised is...
you talk a lot of shit but can't back it up.
I realised I am a really good defensive player, but...
You're very white and very short and not very skillful.
And I don't have a shot.
Has no jump shot. Has no
got
layup.
No jump shot. We're bagging out Kerms. He was fucking better than me.
He was raining.
He was draining threes. Like, more, like it was fucking... The weather report said heavy rain, 3-pointers.
I reckon we hit about 10 on yours.
But we ended up, Drew. So it was me and Daneo versus you and Kerms. Really, it was Daneo versus Keanan, except Kerms was actually making some shots. I was getting some turnovers, though, Daneo.
Yeah, you Freddie pulled a few steals, but after the second game, we lost 2 in a row to start, and I was like, passing the Freddie ain't working. So just take the ball inside and score some points.
But also,
because we need to win some of these
Kerms
games.
really fucking gave up on the energy levels after the halftime there.
Yeah.
And I was filthy.
But yeah,
that's when the arguing
competitive
started.
edge comes out.
I was like happy before that, and I'm like, Jeremy, I can't fucking pass you if you're not open. Get away from him.
You're out there coaching while we're playing. Like,
but that's the thing. I'm trying to coach him for when we actually play basketball. Yeah. So I'm telling him to use these times to actually figure out what to do in a real game, but he refuses because he just wants to put his 2 feet on the ground and catch and shoot every time again.
He does. But he's like just a pick and pop sort of player.
The old netball shot.
As soon as he gets his hands anywhere near the rock, it's coming up in the air. Right? I don't know how we didn't block all his shots. He's like, catch, bang.
Well, because you had to fucking keep Freedy on me, and then you were fucking kind of giving Kerms a little space because you knew that I'd just fucking get straight to the hoop and dunk.
I was literally standing under the bucket the whole time going, Freddie, please just don't let him pass you. And every time, what am I supposed to do?
but the thing is, after the first game, I think I was laying down first.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it, man. It was
different
It was fucking. It's so much fun, like to play and the cardio that you get out of it's unbelievable.
It's ridiculous.
Fucking my shirt was off the first. We thought Kerms would definitely be. My shirt's gone. I'm fucking later on in the afternoon. I look like I'd been smoking bucketies all morning because of the sweat that was going through my eyes, and I'm just like blinking the whole time. Lakin kept going, Dad, why are you crying? I'm like, no, look, I've got 2 broken ankles and from playing basketball this morning. I'm like,
I can still picture when you were like, and then went backwards and you were like, after I crossed you up and you were like, fucking still going, and then I just hit that 3-point.
Yeah, I gave you a bit of space and you just fucking drained.
You gave him a few highlights, is what you gave him.
I gave him 2. I
did the same thing to him though. I said, Are you really going to give me that much space behind this line? He's
And I
like,
was
yeah.
And then he hit it straight in my face. Usually when someone says that, you just psych them out. You're like, yeah, can't shoot shit.
On Sunday, I was walking around my backyard. I was like, where can I put up a fucking hoop and start practicing my
That's the first thing I
shots.
thought after I was like, I'm going to meet you with basketball next week. I'm going to fucking put up some shots.
I'm like,
I was missing.
You know, in The Simpsons when Homer starts secretly training at the gym to train, and then climbs the Matterhorn. Yeah,
he starts eating those power bars. That's
I'm like,
me.
I'm going to not tell you guys and just start practicing my shots. And be like, all right, let's go, and probably
and then realize that it's a completely different game when you contest it. Oh, I was getting all these when fucking Lakin was standing in front of me.
I'm a defensive player. That's
all good. I'm gonna mount a hoop to the fucking. So fucking Washington.
Is that a helicopter? Or?
Yeah, they're coming to pick you up. It's those military police after.
Well, I saw you mounted the new badge to the Merc, bro.
Yeah, it's fucking sick.
And I noticed your neighbour's got a Merc too. Do you get out the front and talk about Mercs?
I tried once, and I basically put him down without realizing. I was like, yeah, it's all right, but you know when it's really hot and you get in, those leather seats are really fucking hot. And then I looked at his, and his door was open. They're just like cloth ones, and I was like, all right, then I gotta go, man. I gotta go. Sorry.
Keaton's just flexing on his leather seats. Oh, mate's got.
I was like, fuck yeah, you know that leather gets a bit hot and sweaty sometimes.
And your neighbour's like, oh, but you know how you can drive them? And Keanan's like, no, I don't.
Bro, his doesn't even fucking leave the driveway. He bought it in 1997, and it's got less than 100,000 Ks on it.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Man looks after us. Yours will have no Ks on it either because you can't drive the car anymore.
It's got no fuel now. I have to fucking.
He's just got on his
wheel it to the
just,
fucking
leaning against it, just fucking doing.
I sat in the driveway putting 50 cent in the fucking stereo.
So, Matty, can you reverse this onto the street so it looks like we moved on?
I guess because I don't want to get caught without a license reversing out of the driveway.
Shit that you do driving's 10 times worse than that, bro. So let's not fucking go there.
Yeah, bro, I like swapping trays, bro.
Yeah, we'll leave the driving stuff alone.
It's not drink driving, it's driving while you drink, you know.
It's just Christian driving.
No,
because I don't even know if I ever fucking see you sober, so it's just normal.
Bro, I've been sober a lot lately.
Have you?
Yeah.
Maybe you're just fucking retarded.
You're a fucking
always slurring and fucking stuttering your words and shit.
It's called a speech impediment, cunt.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Sorry, you fuckhead.
Sweet. It's like you've got a small dick, I got a speech impediment.
I thought he was going to continue with something.
No, I'm thinking about, can we get rid of that fucking helicopter that is going on
it's
in
my
there?
washing machine, bro. I got to fucking clean my clothes, unlike you. Get your missus to do it for you.
Maybe you can sew all your clothes together and make a canopy for that fucking thing that you got back there.
That's Dane's, bro. It's gone.
Yeah,
happy birthday, Daneo.
Hey, happy birthday.
Cheers, boys.
21.
Well, at least I got him a present.
Yeah.
What?
A new one.
Yeah.
Just inherited a nice, expensive gazebo from Keanan.
That's all we'll say.
Yeah, that's right. Got it off fucking Gumtree. Minus the Gumtree.
Shut the fuck up, idiot.
Oh, fuck. But do you always rep a G-Shock, bro?
No, I usually only wear it to work, but I sort of finish work when I got changed and came straight here. So, yeah. was a bit of a day, and I probably
Wait, did you?
I was going Apple.
You're trying to
Like
push
mine
wa-
touchscreen.
watch drip over there.
Mine's a smashed up fossil, like $150 fossil.
Your watch matches your body.
It matches my fucking basketball game.
Weak dog, weak. I was your teammate.
Where's the
week.
sound effect so we can just that fucking
I
joke
need a
that you
chaos
just did.
board here, just going.
Remember that one week when I was using that app and I just kept
the drum thing. But you'd say it after yours to make it sound funny. Anyway, what's this podcast supposed to be about?
But you're repping that. I like that shirt, man.
Yeah, it's just a Nike shirt.
Yeah, it's nice. Your shirt's shit ass.
It's bad.
His.
Moving on. Question, Mr. Host Man. What's next on the agenda?
Yeah, so we can chat. You want to chat some footy?
Let's go.
Yeah, we'll chat some. Man, let's get balls deep in some football. Fucking oath.
I think I need to get a beer. I wasn't going to have one, but just listening to you, I fucking need one.
Yeah, I better have one too, Keenan. Just quietly.
I don't
Probably
think I've
not.
been that bad this session.
Probably not. No, you just always.
Oh, fuck me. God.
They're warm.
Grab one of the whales, man. Yeah, no, definitely got to see Steely so I can restock.
Just buy them yourself.
Huh? We're going to get more sponsors and get some cash.
You're-
Boy, did you see the fluoros I tagged in again?
Yeah, I did. I saw that this afternoon. It's probably worth a look in, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Keanan,
Did you place an inquiry?
I don't care
No.
what you do. You're just paying for it.
No, we got to go. It's a third.
No.
This
Then you owe me money for the chairs and
This
stuff.
is a company, bro. We're all directors of this company.
Well, I'll take $45 each person now for the chairs.
Fuck your chairs.
Fuck your fluoro light. Anyway, continue what you're talking about, man. Stop going off
Yeah,
track.
so we got we didn't mention this about kick out last week, eh?
No,
That
well,
came
it
out
only
during
happened,
the week.
happened on, was that Friday?
Yeah.
Friday, yeah.
So we saw that shot of kick out in his Bulldogs gear, but it's not official. Nothing's official on that.
Yeah.
Ooh, excuse
It
me.
was
Yeah, it's official. He signed
2023.
Signed a 3-year deal as of not next season coming, the season after that.
Oh, okay.
So he's done it, and you sort of see where it's coming from. They're just saying, righto, throw this fucking polo on, get a photo, and we'll put it once we announce a signing, we'll put it up. And they probably had an agreement, and we won't put it up till next November or whatever it is, which is stupid. But at the same time, you can sort of see like him and Gus would have a relationship from coming through the Penrith system. And the photo wasn't leaked from anyone there. It was a photo taken of the security camera inside the Bulldogs Leagues Club. So
Yeah, because it's shit quality.
yeah, well, someone's just gone to the security room at Bulldogs and just taken a photo on her phone and just thrown it in. So it's a bit of a shit situation. Poor Kick-Out had the next day. They had the Panthers premiership celebration at Penrith Leagues Club, and then they went down to Panther Stadium and Kick-Out was getting booed. Had a grand final celebration. Like, dude just won a premiership, goes to celebrate, and he's copping booze. But
That's shit fans.
it's pretty shit.
They
And
look at
it's-
the rest of their team as well. Like fucking, like
But
half their
it's
good
so-
players
yeah.
have gone.
But
It's
also, it's not like it's not like Kick-Out did anything wrong. It's not like he's going, I want to go this year on early release, or he's waited till November 1st, gone and negotiated with a club. He tried to stay at Penrith, they just didn't have enough money for him. So it's not like he said, "Fuck you guys, I'm leaving," or anything like that. So the fans are, in saying that, fans are brutal. So you can sort of see where they're coming from, but at the same time, you sort of can't as well. Like, he's done everything by the book, so.
How do they not have enough money?
Yeah, well, you got to try and pay all those people a lot of money. I think they just value it's either going to be him or Fisher Harris, or him or Yo, or one of these guys is going to have to get left out. Because everyone can't be on cheap money forever. That's why these teams get good. It just goes to show how good a side like Melbourne is, and the Roosters and the Broncos of old. They used to just come in, and a lot of blokes would take unders to stay because you've only got so much room in your cap. So if you got like all these players come up together, and like Penrith the last 2 years,
It's from down here.
the last 2 years, Penrith have started a lot of their big names on small coin because they've just come through and they're still running those little small contracts.
Yeah.
But then it's time everyone gets old enough and good enough for a pay rise. Like everyone on that side now is a premiership winner. they want to be paid according. There's a lot of Origin players. So
there's always a point when these monsters weren't monsters. It's the machine that turned them into monsters. Exactly. So it's like you could say, oh, Melbourne are always how are they under the cap? It's because they produced the fucking... They produce these fucking freaks.
They don't always keep, like, you pick and choose who you get to keep. So, like, Kick-Out, they see is that maybe they've got a young fella in their ranks saying, oh, well, we haven't lost him this year. So this year they have Martin and Kick-Out in the back row. But there's a young fella there they see with enough potential to take that over, who they're going to pay 200 grand instead of Kick-Out 600. Same as, like, Melbourne, when they did it, like, say, like, someone like Tohu Harris or Jordan McLean, these sort of guys, were at they were elite high-level footballers. Jordan McLean played for Australia when he was in Melbourne. But then Melbourne said, righto, well, we don't have enough money for him because we're paying Munster, Smith, Slater, all these guys. So they say, righto, sorry, Jordan, we don't have enough money for you. He goes, and then they bring someone else in. Christian Welsh comes in, and he's a fucking the next one up. So they just... The good clubs have the ability to have that... to produce that next man up mentality and also to produce quality. So... You can't keep them all, and you're never going to keep them all, especially when you're in a successful team. So if they've got a system that's going to provide premierships, and a lot of these blokes in premiership-like sides are going to be selected for Origin and stuff like that, everyone wants a pay rise, but only the ones that are willing to take unders can get to stay into these sort of clubs, you know?
What?
And it's like, but a lot of these systems... it's transparent which ones are setting up for a grand final, or a grand final berth, and then what's going to happen after that, or ones that like Penrith that we've seen over the last 5 years, kind of setting up to provide a way better fucking structure. Yeah, but Penrith, it's kind of, if you look at Bennett, everything that trails him is pretty poor after he leaves the club. He'll come in, he sets up for his power play, and then, he goes down to Dragon, sets up for a power play, and how did they do after that? Yeah. You know what I mean? It's.
But also, with someone like Ben, a lot of people follow him, so you get a lot of high-quality footballers will go there and then leave once he's gone.
Yeah, that's what I mean, compared to, setting up people in positions that are going to be there for, a 10-year period.
That's what Penrith have done. Penrith haven't even just, without even talking about appointments and positional of all their staff and stuff, Penrith just went out and said, righto, then when they started struggling in 2013, 2014, they said we need to focus more energy on juniors and bringing players through, because we're obviously not doing it right now because we're struggling. So put all their time and money in there, and they struggled for a few years still after that, but now you're seeing the fruits of that, where they've got 5, 6, 7 blokes who have played together for 5, 6, 7 years, all coming through the same system, all on low money, and now they can afford to pick and choose who they put. As long as they keep Cleary, as long as they keep Yo and Fisher Harris and these sort of guys, your core guys, you can just put the pieces in around them to then make it work. But you can't be paying blokes like Kick-Out, who's a game breaker, but he can give you a 10 or a 4, a 10 or a 3, whereas Fisher Harris is giving you 7+ every week, and Yo's giving you 8+ every week. So someone like Kick-Out's, he's good. He can fucking definitely win your game, but he can also be on the more of a liability side than these other blokes. So they're just setting their floor really high and keeping their ceiling up there as well, instead of going super high ceiling and super low floor. So you can see where the club's come from. And Kick-Out's done the right thing by himself and his family, go and get some money and sign a longer term deal than what he would have got at Penrith. So
yeah. Exactly what Daneo said. And Townsend's gone and rocked up at the Cowboys in the worst sunnies ever in history.
I actually watched his vlog just before I came here. He's the first day in Cowboys, and he is dripped out in his Cleveland Browns jersey. That's straight bowl cut, and the nice shades. I like the little slimliners, very nice. Yeah. Sort of a style.
It was Baker Mayfield's jersey, wasn't it?
Yeah. Sort of rocking that Keanan Yo-Yi style, I think. It's got similar traits. The front hair down a little bit. And he likes it. He's got that American flavour with
Keanan,
the
give me the
jersey.
Jake Turbin. Straight up, just that fucking bucket, like the Lloyd Christmas, but just put it forward a bit more and cut it on this kind of angle. You fucking loser.
The Lloyd Christmas.
You look like your missus cuts your hair. And she don't know how to cut it.
You look like you're caught between like 3 generations of fashion with your hair, man. Like you go on the front, and then you go on the fade, but you also got some stuff happening out the back, and then you've got that disgusting mustache.
So it's November, man.
Yeah,
Men's health is not a joke.
Sorry, guys.
Mental health is no joke, Freddie. So
He's right about your hair, but your mower, you missed the mark a bit. Sunday.
You fucking idiot. Yeah, well, anyway, shut up, man.
Yeah, anyway, Townsend's speed dealing and at the Cowboys.
Ready to go. It's going to be interesting to see who the Cowboys pick in their halves this year. They've brought Dearden up there and let go of Clifford early.
Yeah.
Clifford turned out to play really well in the back end of the year. So now they've got a Dearden, Townsend and Drinkwater. And they've got Holmes there on big money, probably playing on the wing. They've got your fullback, the Hammer, so they've got to fit all these guys sort of into the spine somewhere.
If my last name was Drinkwater, I'd be bringing out my own water line, eh?
Yeah. Fuck yeah. You got to strike while the iron's hot.
Fuck
You know?
it,
Like, you got something going, just fucking use it.
Exactly. Everyone needs water. That's why 50 Cent, what did he fucking sell? What was that one? That water that he sold?
Vitamin water.
Yeah.
Vitamin water?
Vitamin water, I think it was. He bought it and was like, well, everyone needs water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like full of sugar.
Really?
Pretty sure it is.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's terrible.
It's full of vitamins. But
Whatever.
And then another big headline is Hines he's started training at Cronulla.
Cronulla, yeah. Cronulla should be a bit of a powerhouse this year.
What's the talk about where positionally for him, and is he
5'8",
fucking goal kicking and everything, or?
I don't know if he'll goal kick. I think 5'8's his go, because they've had Kennedy there who's been their player of the year once in the last 2 years, and the other year he was runner up, I think. So he's been one of their best at playing at fullback, and Hines has the ability to play 5'8". He played a lot of it coming through the grades, and also showed it at Melbourne when he needed to. So I think 5'8's his go, but I don't know if he's going to get the goal kicking. They haven't really had a very good goal kicker for a while. So like Sean Johnson had a crack, and is there a frog in here?
Is that thing, eh?
It's definitely a frog.
No, that's a frog, bro.
Yeah.
It's outside, I think.
That's right. Continue.
Okay.
I'm going to go fuck that frog
It's a
up, bro.
frog.
Our guest for the week is Kermit the Frog.
Get the Crocs on him. What about Jerome Hughes as well?
This is a weird one because for those who don't know, Jerome Hughes' player manager has come out and openly said that he's not going to take up his player option for the 2024 season, which is like, bro, that's still 3 years away.
He's like, look, in 2035,
Yeah.
Hughes
Hughes is on the market. Right? But the thing with that is, I think he's just trying to get in on the act, because the Dolphins have come in and he's seen all these players fucking getting overs, or even just using that the threat of going to Redcliffe as a...
So who are Dolphins confirmed buys?
None yet. They've got one young fella from Wynnum, beats me what his name is at the moment. He was playing Colts last year and then got upgraded into their Q Cup team, played a few games towards the end of the year.
It's probably one of the sons that fucking Wayne Bennett's side misses his banging,
probably.
you know.
But I can't remember his name, but apparently he's a good young talent, and he did get to play some Cup last year. So, but obviously just more of a depth signing, trying to put a name to paper. But they're still chasing Brandon Smith pretty hard. They've offered Big Tino Fa'asula Mala'awi a massive contract over, like, I think it said 5 to 6 years or something like that. So he's weighing up his options at the moment, whether to stay at the Gold Coast or vacate there and move up to the peninsula. It's going to be hard for Redcliffe to get any scalps this far out, because players, like, obviously, we haven't seen it so much ever. Players signing contracts for a year down the track or 2 years down the track, probably more than we have this off season. I've never seen it. Like, how often did you used to hear about, fucking old mate signed with fucking the Warriors 2 years from now? It's like it never happened, because 2 years in rugby league is such a long time.
I think it's way more common now to think about, what happens if this happens in my career? Like, you know what I mean? So like it's a lot more, they're looking at fucking way further ahead because they've got to set themselves up. You know, they don't want to be like having to retire and then having to do like RSL circuits, you know?
Well, some blokes used to like try and push for like year or 2 year contracts just because, you know, you can always get a bump if you lock yourself into 4 or 5 years. But these days, I think it's a lot more about security. And for clubs, I think they think if they can get a bargain buy and lock it in for a long time, like let's go that. But also for players, if they can chase a bit of cash over this long, it doesn't matter if you have 2 ACL injuries in 5 years. You only play 50 games, you know, you're still getting paid the same regardless. So
exactly.
There's a lot of clauses in and out of contracts, but I've never seen it as much signing down the road because, again, even 1 year in advance is a long time. So it's happened a lot recently. Isaiah Papali'i he was back row of the year last year from Parramatta, has just signed with the Tigers 2023. Before last year, he was a role player at best on the Warriors team.
Yeah.
And now he's on a $650,000 contract with the Tigers. A year from now, like, does he regress and go back to Parramatta even use him the same way because he's not going to be there in the future? Like, does he now take a back seat, go back to a bench role, play front row? Like, what do they do? It just seems so strange. And what happens if he does go out and they make the semi-finals next year and he tears his ACL and then the Tigers are left with a back row with a torn ACL for the start of the season?
It's a lot more common in this day age of the game that you see that overnight success and then you forget about them. Like, you know, they get injured, they get a couple of ACLs or they're gone, you know? And the injury rate is obviously, it's the recovery is higher and better because of all the science in recovery sport that we have now. But and the you know, getting around whatever fucking USADA, what we call it over here, you know, like USADA, getting around that is you know, they're very professional about it, but the injury rate is higher because you've got fucking absolute animals, you know, on, you know, our muscles and our muscles get bigger and stuff, but our ligaments, it's not like we're getting our ligaments bigger. Yeah. So you got mad muscle knocking around these knees, knocking around these shoulders. And you just, so the injuries are going through the roof. And that's why everyone's looking at like, oh, fuck, do we want to risk like 3 year contract? Do we want to risk 4 year contract? Or do we just want to go year by year? Yeah.
It's so much to do it these days, like your rehab and your prehab, like whatever you can do to keep yourself from sitting on the sideline. But it's inevitable to happen. So when you're signing players for a year down the track, or even someone like Jerome Hughes, who's like... his player manager has come out and sort of offered his services around for 2024. It's a long way away. Like, if he's in conversations with other clubs already, then they must be pretty keen on him because there is a lot of football still to be played between now and then. And as we know, even a week is a long time in rugby league. Something can just come out of the blue and fucking change everything, change the whole game. A couple of years ago, we were going for teams that had the ability to wrestle other teams out of it, and now there's some players that can't even make first grade because they are geared to that type of football and now completely null and void almost with the new rules coming in and the way the game's played. So if you're keen on someone that far ahead, you must be pretty sure that it's going to be the future. So,
yep.
I'm just not here today, so don't look at me. I use all my energy in the first 10 minutes.
I've got with the footy talk. That's pretty much covered all the headlines. Fuck it. Because Daneo rattles it off, and so, you know, we don't have to say anything. You know so fucking much about the sport. But David Ellis jumps in on a question. He goes, "Can Freddie tell some World Cup stories as the 2022 draw for the World Cup just came out, and we need to talk for?" He goes, "You guys need to talk footy." I've told most of my stories, man. But I've got on the weekend. So what's happening with a World Cup? What's happening with the USA Rugby League is, so long story short, we were the Tomahawks. After that happened in 2013, we went back. They changed the governing body to the USARL. We were the AMNRL, and then they changed it to the USARL. So straight away, they changed from the Tomahawks to the Hawks, which is the most stupid thing ever, to have a branded thing that just made the quarterfinals at a World Cup. We were in the fucking New York Times and shit like that. And then they go, oh, fuck it. They're the governing body because they've got more teams, fake teams in a competition. So it goes to URL. They change all our logo and everything to the Hawks. So everyone's like, and the fucking, union side is the Eagles, which is sick. You know, Eagles sounds sick. Hawks isn't, especially when it's wearing a bandana on our jersey. Why is a Hawk wearing a fucking bandana? But anyway, how did it put their bandana on, bro? You know, like,
should have been the Firehawks.
Yeah. But anyway, so it changed to the Hawks. So in this shit show that we've happened, you saw it in 2017, the shit show, right? Where we got within 70 points of a team, and then and then after that we didn't even qualify for the. So this first time we didn't qualify for three World Cups because we didn't load up against Jamaica, and we lost to Jamaica, which was fucking embarrassing.
Left after try and beat the Cookies.
And then we left the Cookies, and we played really well, and the Cookies, I think the Cookies beat us 30-20 or something like that. We played,
it was a close game.
Yeah, we played awesome, and I was happy with that shit. But but we loaded up as well.
Yeah.
So what happened on the weekend though is we're trying to sort out all like different, take it away from the governing body now of the USARL. So we set up this Skype meeting, and it's got the Rugby League International Federation, like a representative on the Skype call. It's got a guy from the European Rugby League, because USA falls in that area, that European like league or federation. So it's got him on it. It's got out of a list of fucking like 50 players and ex-players that everyone was invited to. They say, all right, we're going to jump on at 9:00 Sunday morning. We're going to discuss who's nominated as the player nominee to be the voice of the players to the union. Only one person put their name forward. It was Junior Vivai. Okay, because no one reads. Some people are getting emails on an email that was 4 or 5 years ago. That's how bad organised the USARL are, right? So people aren't receiving emails that they have to put their name forward, because we've got a couple of boys in Australia, Danny Howard, who's our second rower lock, who's a fucking... he was half the reason we even made the 2017, because he was making sure that us boys in Australia were getting over there, even if he was paying for flights for boys out of his own pocket, and he's just a player. So he's massive. He owns his own companies. He's awesome. And Danny Howard was, and so we get on this Skype meeting, but they said the time was cut off. And my mate Offerdale, so Offerdale gets in on this. So Offerdale's over in New York at the moment. I talk to him a couple of hours before the Skype call happens, and he's drinking Coors Lights. And I go, "What are you doing, mate?" And he goes, "Oh, I'm going to an NHL game with the boys tonight in New York." And I go, "How are you going to be on this Skype call?" He goes, "Yeah, I think I'll be pretty loaded by the time we get on this Skype call." The Skype call starts, right? I get on it. So out of their fucking email list, there's 13 participants, right? Straight away, the guy that's running it, he's a USA guy. He's running it, and he goes, "All right, what I'm going to do now is just going to call everyone's name that's in the email list and see who's here." Off it out straight away. Oi, why don't you save the time and just look at the 13 fucking participants? He's saying this while he's in the car on headphones, driving to an NHL game, and he's drinking his Coors Light, and he's got all this background noise of his mates talking around, and he's like... And he's like, "No, Mark, we have to go through this officially." He goes, "Why don't you fucking save our time and just look at the 13 participants that's here, and you don't have to do it?" And then so the International Federation guy's like, "Okay, guys, this is about that we're voting in. Like, Junior has been the only one that put his name forward, so we can't, like, the deadline is done." And that's where Danny jumped in and was like, "Guys, we can move this deadline. What are you talking about? Like, let's use common sense here and vote in someone that the players actually want to represent to help change the governing body of the USARL and bring someone like a Steve Johnson back into it." You know, that kind of thing. And they're like, "No, we've got these set rules. This is what happened." And everyone was like, "What the fuck?" And then Offerdale come trying straight back in. You know, on a Skype, how you meant to put your hand up, like it's a razor. Offerdale just straight back in. "That's the fucking bullshit that we're fucking talking about." And they're like, "Mark, can you please remind you this is being recorded?" and this is a guy that we hadn't seen yet. And Mark goes, "Who the fuck are you?" and it's this European guy, and he goes, "Oh, I'm the representative for European Indian." Offerdale goes, "You're the motherfucker that's causing all these problems. You're the fucking problem, bro." And the guy's like, "Mark, I just remind you this has been recorded." And Offerdale's like, "I don't give a fuck, mate."
He's 3/4 pissed.
Yeah. Oh, he's fucking. And then it goes on from that. And then they're talking, and then Offerdale's, it gets like awkward where I'm on screen and I'm like leaning over because I can't I'm smiling and laughing and shit, and I'm coming back to it. And then and then they go, "All right, now Junior's going to have 3 minutes of time to talk to you why he's put himself forward and he's going to get votes." And Offerdale's like, before he does that, "Oi, Junior, we don't want you as a fucking head." He's like, "First of all, you fucking dip on us when we want to qualify. You don't come to the qualifiers. You fucking don't play Australia in the nines because you pussed out." You know, he had an injury in that when we played the Australia in the nines. He didn't really play that one. And he's just unloading. And then this other guy, Danny guy, the International Federation guy, is like, "Mark, can we keep it civil?" And you just hear Mark keep going, "Oh, fuck me," or "Fucking hell," while he's still driving dark fucking footage. And then it gets to the end. It gets near the end of the conversation. So we got nowhere. Junior's been voted in because he was the only one that nominated in time. Danny's pissed off. We're all pissed off. We're going to try to get it like reverted. But I was like, so I asked a question about USARL. They said, yeah, but we're not talking about that at the moment. We're just talking about the player who's going to be involved of representing you guys. And I go, yeah, okay, that's sweet. So are we done with the official stuff? And they're like, yeah. And I was like, all right, so Any Given Monday drops every fucking week. Make sure all you motherfuckers that listen to it.
Did you actually say that?
Did,
oh,
yeah.
my God.
and then some of the American boys fucking laugh about it, and then I just fucking dipped out. Like, I just cut my line.
So shout out to the boys that actually followed this dickhead's advice and listened in.
Yeah, but
hopefully the European boys listening to us. So shout out to you. Shout out to Mark Offerdale, hanging it out there in New York.
Bro, Mark came in hot, man, and he told me he was going to. He was like, "I'm gonna fucking come in this shit, fucking," and like even in the email threads and shit. Holy fuck! But yeah, it's a shit show at the moment. What's happening over there, and that for DJ, that's like one of the stories I can tell you at the moment. We're just trying to sort shit out so that we can move forward because Jamaica's got it and they're running with it, man. They'll be in the next World Cups going forward because they're building from the base level now that they're going to be in that next one. They're doing stuff that we weren't doing. I think the stuff that the AMNRL would have been doing, the USARL haven't been doing. Yeah. So that's Sorry, long fucking story. But yeah.
So it's a feel good story. We got some new followers on the podcast. That's what you're trying to tell me.
Yeah.
Not for rugby league.
Yeah, out of those 13 participants.
Surely we get at least 3, I reckon. 3.
Oh, man. One of the boys that actually listens to this, Billy, he's as soon as I go, all right. So he starts bursting out laughing because he knew I was just going to mention Any Given Monday. Oh, fuck. You just want to get into the weekly search history.
Weekly search history.
All right, I wanted you because you guys would know about this, but I only saw it this afternoon. But the replay of LeBron hitting Isaiah Stewart in the face, which resulted in the injection.
LeBron's a bitch, bro.
I watched the thing. He fucking pussy, man. Dog shot. I think MJ never fucking doing
LeBron
that shit.
Gets wind blown on him and he flops like an absolute fish.
And it goes elbow to a fist.
Can't. My guy carried on like a pork chop. He got clipped around the face.
Did you see his face, bro?
But you know what? Wait, can we just take out the names for a second?
Wait, wasn't LeBron pretty much just standing behind security?
Yeah, he hid behind his whole team.
Ran, bro.
I'll tell you one thing.
I'll knock his fucking wig off his head, cunt.
What is with that shaved head too? That's a shit house.
All right, I don't want to talk about the names or anything. I just want to bring up a
LeBron
fact that
James.
really, really frustrates me in basketball. And especially it's the worst. Everyone knows the story of the Malice from the Palace when Ron Artest...
I do not, so tell me, please.
What?
You don't know the Malice from the Palace? All right. Malice from the Palace was 2003, I think it was, and the Lakers versus the Pistons in Detroit. And it turned out to be a punch-up. And Ron Artest and Steve Jackson and all these guys were in a massive fight. And then Ron Artest decided to cool his jets off a bit and laid down on the announcer's table and the fans have just started throwing and threw a can and smacks my guy in the head as he's just trying to cool off some steam. And before you know it, Artest is in the crowd with Steven Jackson just punching up fans. And it's
How
like,
have you not seen
boys,
that,
if
bro?
no one's seen the video, go, because it's not just like that. It's like a full like a stadium blue.
That's like hood guys playing basketball and they've had
So
enough.
NBA players on civilians.
Yeah. And Steven Jackson comes up to help Artest, and then someone comes up, he just starts feeding people. So it's full on, and there's civilians on the court, like just getting into fights and shit. So it's pretty full on. But anyway, without the names or anything, in basketball, the thing they do the worst is there's 5 people on each team on the court. How big can the fight get? You can get to a 10-man punch
5 on 5.
But no,
Pretty big fight, bro.
because as soon as someone touches someone mildly inappropriate, there is 43 fucking surrounding staff, security guards, the whole bench, the fucking cunts on every single person who's on the court. So you turn 2 people, little scuffle, into 50 people on the court, making everything a big fucking show. No one even, like, even when no one gets punched, no one's even pushing and shoving yet. There's 50 people there, and before you know it, everyone's tough as behind their mate and starts kicking off. And then before you know it, there's a fucking dude running through 6 players trying to get in the bib, even though he knows he's never going to get to throw on. No one was ever going to throw one.
He's an idiot, though. If he should have just threw one straight away.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He was face to face with him.
And then
at
he
the start.
bitched it and then realised, I'm getting held. But, it's like that. It's like the holdback technique.
You're lucky they're holding me back.
He did do that, though. He got more aggressive the second someone grabbed him.
Yeah, well, that's the thing in the NBA, because as soon as the scuffle starts, there's 10 people there grabbing him, and then they're all like, "Oh God, you come, let's go." And it's if you were serious, you would have fucking put one on his button straight away.
Back in the day, something would happen, and they would just turn and just fucking throw one. Like they used to do that shit.
And then now
Way
it's just
better.
like there's like 40 little midget dudes, who look like midgets because they're so fucking big. 40 like 6 foot dudes that look like they're 3 foot out there just hugging people. Suits everywhere, blokes in suits and square toes on the court trying to stop fucking 7 foot boys.
And then you hear on the highlights, you hear the commentators like, "Oh, he's running at him again," and the cunt was hardly moving. Like
I couldn't think of anything better than watching two genuine 7-footers throwing down. But we're never going to see it because they wait until 14 6-foot boys come and hold them back.
yeah,
What would be better than 2 7-footers just fucking head to head?
yeah. But
Do it. Let's dock
But
these
seriously,
boys.
LeBron's
also,
a fucking pussy.
watching it, I'd fucking want to retaliate to what
Yeah, but
LeBron did.
if you're going to retaliate, punch him in the face straight
Fucking
away.
oath,
Don't
yeah.
wait till the fucking
Let's face it, if the guy's
about,
not LeBron James, he probably punches him.
if you're serious about wanting to get into it,
He was scared that the
you're into
Looney
it straight
Tunes were
away.
going to appear
You're
and
not
fuck him
waiting.
up.
Yeah, you're not waiting 2 minutes until the fucking Simmons down a bit. And go, oh wait, I could probably look tough here and not actually get into a fight. Start running around and fucking try and fuck cunts up. And then
Could have fucking taken LeBron's hairline back even more with a fucking big right.
Oh well, he's awoken the beast now. LeBron will be back.
Yeah, well,
LeBron will be injured next game. Probably.
LeBron will be back, boy.
Scared. His elbow's sore now. He's the type of guy they would complain about his elbow from that.
Oh yeah, my boy Curry wasn't playing the other day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he
played
got
today,
rested,
but
bro.
had 12 points.
Because we had a back-to-back, I think.
Yeah, and he played the
he's
Pistons,
played
who are
fucking
dog
nearly.
shit.
He's played every game, and we knew that we
We're
had
gonna
an
beat the
easier
Pistons.
matchup.
Yeah.
And Draymond didn't play as well, and then we just had 2 other boys that just scored for the whole team, really. But we only just won, but we still won without our 2 main players.
Yeah.
So.
And they played today, and Curry shot terribly and had 12
We played
points.
today, and
Shot
and
from
Curry
3 from
didn't.
10, 30%.
Curry didn't even need to fucking play, bro, because he just basically
Thank
didn't
God
even
he didn't
get
need
into
to
the
play, because
game.
if he did, he would have struggled
Oh.
because he shot 30%
Oh.
from the field.
How many 9 3-point games has LeBron James had?
LeBron does everything immaculately. He doesn't
Wait,
need
like
to shoot
elbowing
3 points.
people
Has
in the
LeBron
face,
ever
cheap
got
shots.
defensive player and offensive player?
That's the only stat you know about. That's the only thing you know
Right.
about
Has
basketball.
LeBron
talk to me
ever
about
got a
MJ.
back-to-back MVP?
Has LeBron been robbed of
Don't
MVP
think
like
so.
6 times?
No.
Wait, has LeBron got a Netflix special? Can't?
He's not like fucking 150 years old. Like your old ass, just
That-
fucking still living under the
The
past.
next person to get one of those would be Steph Curry, not LeBron.
bullshit. Straight line.
Because people want to see that more than that fucking
Yeah,
shit
Curry's
haircut.
probably even
Fucking-
selling more fucking Under Armour shoes than fucking LeBron's. And that's something to say.
Because LeBron's not with Under Armour?
Yeah, I was like, where's he going with this? The way you worded that
LeBron's with
sense.
Nike. You worded it wrong.
Yeah,
Like, you sounded like you were saying he sells my Under Armour. I was like, no
I know
shit, because LeBron's
not-
with Nike.
Yeah, I know LeBron's with not. Yeah.
Why did you laugh like that? He grabbed the mic and he was like,
It sounded like a Missy Elliott song, cunt. You're trying to run it back.
All right, so I'm gonna fucking.
Yeah, go on to the next one. We've been sitting on basketball for too long.
Yeah.
Dano's getting frustrated
been,
about the old hairline.
It's a basketball podcast now. We talk more basketball than we do.
Because Freddie's ankles are sore all the time.
Yeah. And it's also because my Bronx aren't doing well, so I don't want to talk too much NFL. And who do I bounce off?
I don't want to talk any NFL. So just don't.
either.
But we got what I was talking about before. I don't know if we're going to hear it properly, but it's the have you guys seen these meetings that they've been having at Google and Microsoft and stuff, and how when they're in group meetings and stuff, because of all this woke culture, how they introduce themselves
Do
and
they
shit?
have to say their
Is it
name
like
and
he,
then
she?
their pronouns
They,
after their
them.
name? I got an email at work the other day and the same thing happened. It said the lady's name and then it said...
you to do great things and connecting with peers from around the world. All right,
What have you done?
Wait, here it is.
And gonna wrap it on up with a nice bow on top. So without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
Hello everyone, I'm Natalie Gadilla. I'm a Caucasian woman with long blonde hair and I go by she, her. I'm a product marketing lead here at Microsoft and co-host of the podcast Security Unlocked with this guy.
Yes, that would be me. Hello everyone, I'm Nick Fillingham. I'm a Caucasian man with glasses and a beard. I go by he, him, and I'm a security evangelist here at Microsoft. Here to help us navigate that is Vasu Jakal, Corporate Vice President of Microsoft Security. Welcome, Vasu.
And this is it goes next to where they're doing like you know how acknowledgement of country, you know, so they're jumping on board like America. I don't think USA's been doing it a lot because they're fucking going through every single person that's walked on that country. But
Microsoft Ignite, we've got a big day ahead and lots in store for you. First, we want to acknowledge that the land where the Microsoft campus is situated was traditionally occupied by the Sammamish, the Duwamish, the Snoqualmie, the Suquamish, the Muckleshoot, the Snohomish, the Tulalip, and other Coast Salish peoples since time immemorial. A people that are still here, continuing to honor and bring to light their ancient heritage. My name is Allison Wines. I'm a senior program manager in our developer tools division. I'm an Asian and white female with dark brown hair wearing a red sleeveless top.
And I'm Seth Juarez, Program Manager.
Now she's telling us what she's fucking wearing. Like they're just getting more and more.
The reason they do
shit.
that is for blind people. That's why they say they're doing it. It's for blind people.
How will blind people know what red top is?
Yeah. And how would they know what an Asian woman looks like?
I
What
know.
colour's red to blind people?
Yeah, it's fucking, it's insane, man.
It's strange. It's so
Yeah.
strange.
That's like the
man.
most
It really...
irritating thing to listen to.
That
I
really
would not be able
does
to
my
do
head
more
in,
than
eh?
5
But yeah,
minutes of that.
so that's like what's happening at like these companies that, you know, if it's from Silicon Valley and shit like that are like Google, your Microsoft, or Microsoft's up in Seattle, you know, I think, but and all that shit. But it's like every fucking organization, they have to do that kind of shit now. Like I'd be like, you know, my name's Christian. I'm a Caucasian male, huge penis. And I go by him or he or.
I count 3 lies that you just said.
Yeah,
3.
and then at the end it with, and I'm also a compulsive liar. Dano, you know that was the microphone that Jeremy was using last week.
that
and
you
he
were
was sitting here sucking on it.
Sucking on, man.
Fuck yeah.
He's not that
Good.
good looking, bro.
Man, bro. I mean, oi. Someone, you got his number?
You know we do. You were texting him as well. So.
Fuck, chill boy.
Was there any questions on Insta?
There's just
No,
a
no.
DJ one, I think.
He wrote it on both Face and Insta.
I think he might have, just quietly. Hold up, we're busy in a hot second. Yeah.
We're going for a while here.
God,
I think it's time to fucking...
Nah.
Yeah, we're closed out. We're nearly 60 minutes.
Was that all the current events for the week? Is that your whole search history?
No. Well, that was my search history because I thought you boys would run with that basketball one for a bit. So, and that that fucking pronoun shit. Because I heard that on another podcast and I was like, I got to watch this for myself. And I was like, I got to show these boys.
It does hurt, listening to that shit. Like, fuck, what have we come to?
Well, the thing
Surely
is,
not.
especially how quickly it's happened.
How
fucking quickly it's happened.
I know, it's just bang. I saw one the other day and it was like a podcast. I just saw a snippet of it online and it's this guy and he's in a room full of females, some black, white, fat, skinny, like all over, and he just goes, I think fat shaming's good. And all the chicks are like,
a lot of people
what?
say it.
And then he
makes
goes,
you skinny.
And he goes, you decide what goes in your mouth and you decide what exercise you do. You decide you're making the decision to be a disgusting fat fuck. And then he comes in and goes, you know what? Bullying's good too. Everyone needs to face a bit of adversity in their life, and it's clear you cunts haven't. So
that's the thing is people don't get fucking, especially getting touched up in the fucking bashed up in the playground and stuff for saying shit.
For me, I was sitting there and I was going, got a few points here, and then someone says these days they're the worst person in the world, and now we're going through fucking big giant companies start referring to themselves as he, her, or him, it, microphone, ladle, spoon. I'm a toilet seat. I don't know. What the fuck people are just they just make this shit up as they go along.
It's good sometimes, because my missus says about I've got a small dick, and I was like, it's fine. It identifies as a black dick.
Yeah. You know? It identifies as huge, and if you say different, you're wrong. You know?
All right, I've got to go to bed.
One can only hope. One can only dream. All right. Shout out to
Crocs, not your style, Keanan
Crocs
style.
Australia.
my style of Fast and Furious to Keanan.
Shout out to marquees without shades.
Free ones. Shout out to Keenan's shirt.
Shout out to 3 haircuts in one.
3 haircuts in one. I like it.
I can't be bothered having comebacks for you guys today. I'm actually not even there.
Keenan always checks out. So footy talk, Keenan checks out.
No, I just fucked today.
Yeah. Well, you're working hard.
No, I'm just tired.
He's a fucking alcoholic, bro. He's been on it all weekend.
Yeah, because if they didn't have cunts, you'd throw rocks at them.
No, you're the opposite.
Yeah, go. Deliver it.
You can do it yourself.
I didn't hear it. I was on the
phone.
You
fucking did, because all it is switching the words around the other way. And it refers to you being on the rock all the time.
So what was it?
What was it? I asked to tell you. Tell me.
I didn't hear it properly, man. I didn't hear it.
Dano.
We'll let the listeners put 2 and 2 together on that one.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Anyway, you're a concreter, aren't you, Dano?
Shout out to DK Graphics.
Yeah. He's been on holidays. He actually has. I kept hitting him up. And he's like, "Wait, bro, I'm on holidays." And because I drink way too much the next night, I hit him up again. He goes, "Bro, remember I'm on holidays." And I look at my last message. I'm like, "Oh, fuck, sorry, bro." And he's probably also like, "Oi, fuck off. Like, I don't want to do your graphics." That last graphic I did, that where I cut it out in front of our logo, I did that.
How?
I just do it through YouTube tutorials, man.
So now you don't have to pay $20 a week
No,
for it?
because DK does a way better job. You could see like little white lines and shit around your thing. Yeah.
That wasn't to do with the editing.
Yeah.
That was just on Dane.
Did you take that long to get that?
That was a good one.
How did you take?
Well, because he does cocaine, man.
Take us out, bro, so I can fucking go eat my dinner.
Shout out to Coke. Keeping Dane alive every weekend.
And almost killing me on Sundays. Shout out to DK.
And Bricklane. Overexertion. Also,
on the shorts.
Also, we'll throw up the graphic that we're going to put on the fucking shirts that I was meant to get a mock up from Clinton the next 2 days.
But they are fucking fire.
Yeah,
I've already got a few people on the order. We
So
got
what
a
I'm-
big order coming in.
What I'll
'cause-
probably do is I'll put in sizes for the orders, but I'm going to put in a pre-order thing on, and I'll put a link to the Overexertion site so it can go straight onto that, and then put in your pre-orders for that. But it's going to be, it's going to be sweet.
It's going to be
You'll see.
very sweet. So anyone who's interested in this graphic that's here somewhere,
It's going to be up there.
fucking get around it because it's going to be...
The frog is pretty happy about it. So
All right, well, shout out to all those boys again, and
We got to get on the frog and toad. So
don't be a mess, mate. See you in a week.
thank fuck. That was by